What's going on, Max? First guess is that it's just there to use the 5 with the 4's controller. Yeah, that's fair. I know a lot of people that were getting their pre-orders in actually got their controllers in first. So you had a bunch of people taking pictures like, look at my controller. Oh my god. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Because I am. Hold on. I need to kill the compressor for the actual game audio. Boop. Okay. Firstly messing EA grunts with grays. Shield and I see. Has it always been a cost for clan matches? That seems to be the theory right now, is that whatever cost the clan matches are tends to be the cost of the suit of the week. And a big reason for that is because remember when 650 first kicked off, they put it at 650 ahead of time. So that was our hint that like something big was coming, even without the other previews and like whatever they were going to be doing. So ever since then, people have been keeping an eye out, and it seems to be implied that more often than not, there's a good chance that'll dictate the cost of the, like the baseline cost of the suit, at the very least. I don't know how accurate that is. But it's always something worth keeping like an eye on. Just in case for those times where it is true. Dead. Why not push them in the box like normal? I don't know, actually. Clay matches that week were 500. You can guess how that turned out. Yeah. The fucking... Was that the ranked? Back when the Mark II came out? It might have been. Was that like the last one that we got? Wow. That's kind of crazy in and of itself to think back on. This dude, look at his slow ass run. Oh, no, no. Hey. Leave me alone. Ah. Play matches are after the DJ coming out. That was actual pain. Oh god. You needed to be top 3 to get the GM2. Yeah. I remember I got in the baseline one, but I didn't get the higher level ones on Gus. I kind of misranked. Like, it was always kind of rough to see the fluctuations, but like, it was nice to just be in and just, you know, in and out whenever you wanted. Like, the time span was cool too. Oh, you don't want to do nothing no more? Come on now. $350 cost GM2s and RT if you have access, yeah. Ugh, I mean, eventually I got them. Either, impulse buys, or, after a while they started... I think they've thrown a couple into the DP shop, too? Yeah, I've gotten those. I was gonna do something. Okay, hold on. I need to focus. So we're pretty much more or less at the point of no return. So we're doing a lot of subquests and other stuff like that. What's up with this guy? Is it in the restaurant? Oh, it's in the bar. Bantam. Oh, that's right, it's Bantam, it's not fucking... Detective Maeda of the Kamurocho Police. Oh, what a surprise, if it isn't the fourth chairman of the Tojo clan. You know who I am? Hey, you're famous in this town, so what does the fourth chairman want with me anyway? I want to ask you about the Cafe Alps murder from 6 years ago. There's something on that speaker still. Oh, that shitstorm? Yeah, that was my case. Why'd you want to reopen that can of worms now? Trying to find out whether Yuichi Akechi really committed that murder or not. What? Are you saying you think he was falsely charged? Not a chance in hell. No? Why not? We aren't stupid, you know. The police don't arrest people without... Yeah, funny guy. Very funny. We had plenty of evidence saying Akechi was the murderer. What kind of evidence? We had... alibis, alibis, witness statements, fingerprints, and a motive. That did it. Alibis. Oh, brain please. You got all that evidence? Could you tell me a little more about it? Sure, I guess. Well, don't just stand there, have a seat. 400 GM2 in a ticket store a few times. So I hope to eventually get the GM3. That's fair. Let's see, what to ask. Tell me about the alibis. As part of our initial investigation, they interviewed everyone who may have been involved in the crime. In the end, the only person without one was Akechi. Nobody else could have murdered Oda. Guess you got two choices. Either you find Yuichi an alibi or find a flaw in one of the others. Let's see. Tell me about the witness statements. Somebody witnessed Yuichi Akechi fleeing the scene just after the crime. I heard about that. The waiter. Masaru Kinoshita? He gave a statement saying he saw Akechi. If it was me, I'd probably think Yuichi did it too. I wonder how I can refute Kinoshita's statement. Let's see. The motive. Tell you about the motive. Yuichi Akechi had plenty of motive to kill the victim, Oda. You mean because Oda was sleeping with Yuichi's girlfriend, Sawako Usami? Bingo! And we didn't find anybody else who might have had a reason to kill Oda. So they didn't find anybody else, huh? But what if someone else did have a reason to kill Oda? And then the fingerprints. Tell you about the fingerprints. The deciding factor in Akechi's arrest was his fingerprints. It's like I compared fingerprints from each employee and found on the murder weapon, but the only ones that matched were Akechi's. We concluded that the other prints came from cafe customers and were unrelated. That sounds like a pretty conclusive evidence. Was Akechi really the only person involved that had fingerprints in the murder weapon? So there you go, solid evidence. But if you think we made a mistake, I'd sure like to hear it. Not enough to go on right now. Guess I'd better take a closer look at everything that's going on at the time. You know what Cafe Alps staff from back then are doing nowadays? Sure, I can tell you that much, but I doubt you'll get anything new from them. You wrote down the whereabouts of the people related to the case in a notebook. It's like 85 or something? Yeah, fingerprints are pretty rough. Not to mention there was clearly blood on that ashtray or whatever. Forrest might know something too. I can go talk to him. Huh? Melancholic woman. I hope he's not hiding something from me, but even if he is, what can I possibly do? Bartender, I'll have a drink, if you please. Very well, sir. Here you are, sir. Please enjoy. Would you happen to be Kiryu-san by any chance? That's me. Who's asking? Sorry to come up and talk to you so suddenly, but I'm Ryoko Sato. I heard that about you from my husband. Your husband? Yes, in the past he used to work for a particular family. I'm sure you know what kind. Well, he was always going on about this amazing guy from Kamurocho. He showed me your picture in a magazine once, and that's how I recognized you. I see. So what did you want from me? My husband, he's... I think he's planning to murder someone. Please, you gotta help him somehow. Slow down a minute. What makes you think he wants to do that? Well, back when he married me, he was able to wash his hands of the business and work a normal job. He started working part-time at a restaurant, and we've been able to make ends meet with the both of us bringing home a check. But late one night I saw him, alone, with a knife, sharpening it in the shadows. He must have thought no one was watching. Not only that, but he's been making these secretive phone calls to someone I don't know. I'm thinking it's one of his old associates, and that's who gave him the order. Come to think of it, he's been doing a lot of strange things lately. We've been eating out a lot more, he buys me clothes, he keeps taking me on those trips. But we don't have that kind of money, none of it added up. And then it dawned on me, my husband must be working another job behind my back. That's the only explanation. He promised me on our wedding day that he'd never make me cry again. But now he goes and does this? Maybe he's being pulled into something against his will. There's no way for me to know that, but if it really is true, I'd do anything to get him out of it. Oh, how could he forget our wedding vows? I thought he was a changed man. I'm begging you, Kiryu-san. Find out if my husband is up to something vile, and if he is, put a stop to it. I'm the only one who can. Well, okie dokie. Alright, I suppose it could be of some help. What exactly is it that you want me to do? Oh, thank you. So my husband should be hitting the mahjong parlor about this. Oh no. Don't tell me I actually have to play. You should be able to spot him immediately, since he's usually covered in head to toe in bright red sportswear. A man in red sportswear. Okay. Now what I want you to do is find out where my husband keeps going when he's done gambling. When you figure it out, would you please give me a call? I would have fallen for that. I love that the first option is no. Yeah, they really want you to actually like zero in on this shit and just like commit. So all you want to know is where he's been shuffling off to? Okay, I think I can do that. Thank you. Truly, I don't know who else I can turn to at this point. Let me just get this frickin' key, thank you. Okay. So mahjong is actually down south. I go in there more on accident than anything else. He just teasing you in a long talk series. I know. That's my fault though. I should have grabbed it when I was doing another quest there before and I forgot. It's just like, let me have it. Let me get. What? Ah, damn it. I should probably also set up another Hitman run. Nope. There we are. Give me that money. Wouldn't be right if we didn't at least cover the expenses. We're tracking down another hitman right now. Would you like to see the information we have? Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're trying to figure this one out. Hawkeye Chu. He needs another vantage point to be at. We need to confront him wherever that is. But we haven't actually figured out where that is. The Millennium Tower seemed like the more obvious choice, and now we had to like... I think we still need to go ask somebody else to find out more before it shows up on the map. I think this is it, right? Yeah, here we go. Somebody's coming down. Maybe it's the husband of that lady I spoke to at Bantam. And there he is. Can't believe I frickin' lost again. I just do not have any luck before work. It's covered in red sportswear, alright. That's gotta be the guy I'm looking for. Time to see what he's up to. Actually gotta, like, keep far. So slow, dude. Come on. Hurry up. Yeah, these tracking ones we gotta. Oh, hold on. He's running. That bitch running. These fucking beelines are real so good. Nothing. Don't mind me. What could he be up to in there? Sure, his wife would like to know. Beep. It's Kiryu. Right near Smileburger. That's right. You'll recognize it when you get here. Just gonna have her come in here, and what if it's actually something fucked up? Well, now what? Hey, asshole. I know you've been following me, so just tell me what you want already. Hey, hold on. You got it all wrong. Yeah, that's what they all say. Well, too bad for you, because there's no way in hell you're dragging me back to that life. I'll fight you tooth and nail if I have to. Ah, shit. So what's he actually doing, then? That's already a sign. What does he have in his hand? Excuse you? No. Just love jumping on dudes' faces. Give him a big stompy. Should've never set foot in Kamurocho to begin with. I knew I could drag back in. Relax, I'm not here to drag you into anything. Huh? Wait a minute. Don't tell me. You must be Kiryu-san. Wow, I'm standing face to face with a legend. I used to be in the business too, you know. And I heard all kinds of crazy stories about you, man. You were like a god. But then you retired right after you made the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. That's actually what inspired me to lead the business myself. Well, that's all fine and good, but I need to know what you've been up to. Your wife's been worrying about you. She has? Well, I guess there is one thing I haven't managed to tell her yet. You think you can keep it a secret? You see, I was asked to be a chef at a restaurant I work part-time, so I started going to cooking school. The boss says I can get on full-time if I get me a cook's license. To me, that's a golden opportunity. You've been wanting to have us some kids soon, so I figured having a proper salary was the best way to prepare. So you've been sneaking out to cooking school? Is that it? Well, it ain't my intention to be sneaky. I mean, sure, the school my boss recommended is a rundown building with no sign out front, but the teacher there is world class. Got what's with the late night knife sharpening? Oh, you mean this thing? Heh, I've only been using this to gut tuna. Guess it does look kinda like something you could use to shank another guy with, though. Get the blood flowing. Now I see how this is all coming together. Huh? What's coming together? And why is Ryoko all suspicious of me all of a sudden? I wonder about that lady sometimes. Well, she said you had a lot more well-off in the money department than you should be. Oh, that. Well, I just so happened to win a nice wad of cash at the mahjong tables, so I stashed some away for special occasions. Man, that wife of mine's pretty sharp. There you are. What are you doing here? I wouldn't worry if I were you. Your husband's given me explanation for everything. It all checks out. You haven't even been inside there. What do you mean it checks out? Yeah, exactly. What do you mean? Just gotta trust me, babe. I promised I wasn't gonna make you cry. That was one of my wedding vows. Then you remembered. You remembered your promise. Of course I remembered, babe. You think I forget something like that? Sorry for putting you through all this drama, Kiryu-san. I hope this'll make up for your troubles. Thank you for all your help. I feel like I can trust my husband so much more now. Well, I better get going. I kinda wish we would have actually gone into that building. Like, meanwhile he walks in and just like cuts up some dude. Let's see here though. Should probably get some food. Feed me, damn you. Oh yes. There we go. Alright, so that's taken care of. Let's see what this thing down here is. Ooh, hey, come on now. No need for all this. Ah yes, the some dude fish, a delicacy. Some dude. Oh shit, fuck, ow, ow, ow. Hold on. Where is that golf club? Yes. Ooh. Nice. Oh, ow. A little extra bit of bonky. God, dude's still chilling out there. Oh shit, wait, no, I got turned around. No. Uh-oh. You see what happens? You eat the ramen, you damn well better pay for it. Oh, it's that guy that's skipping out on bills. What happened? That guy ran out without paying for his meal. Him, over there. I can't believe that bastard. He's gotten that far already. Damn it. The owner makes the ramen with pride. I can't let him disrespect us like this. Pay for his ramen. Nah, just chase him. Alright, I just need to catch him, right? You really chase him? I owe you one. I don't really care about the money. The owner put his heart and soul into that ramen. I can't let somebody dine and dash on us. Please catch him. Alright. So it was kind of a pain the first time. Actually, no, it wasn't. I'm thinking of someone else. Gotcha. Battlefield 6 trailer? Oh god. Was less than seconds of a single frame of BFV is super compressed. And the video is actually in 8K. What the fuck? You again? What's with you? I guess you never learn, huh? You're coming with me. That would be $9.50 yen for the pork ramen you ate. But I don't need your money. Instead, you're gonna wash our dishes until closing time. You gotta be kidding. What if I pay 10 times the price? You can let me go for 9,500 yen, right? Wait, you got that much? Please, seriously, your ramen is amazing, but get enough to make it up to you? Well, for that much cash, how can I refuse? Just, if you had that much money, why didn't you pay in the first place? Why did I dine and dash? You should know by now. I did it because the food was there. What? You're not climbing Everest, you idiot. You don't just do it because it's there. And you make a good rival. I'll see you next time I go dashing. Oh my god, this dude. So the stupid, this 0-second video has a stupid large file size. Disgusting. Thanks for catching the dine-in, Dasher. You must be tired. Here, have a drink. Sorry you got wrapped up in this. Now that loon thinks you're his rival or something, well, good luck. He's a nutty dude. Ridiculous guy. Oh, wait. Oh, this must be for that other. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to see you again. Looks like you got a full house today. My employee's wife went into labor and he had to rush to the hospital. Of course I'd like to be there with them, but look at all these customers, and I'm all alone here. Anyway, what can I get you? I see. Wait, how am I gonna help him? Why don't I help you out? Really? You sure about that? Yeah, sure. That's the least I can do for all the great ramen I've eaten here. What should I do? And you take orders from the customers for me? Just tell me the type of ramen each customer wants and the order they ask for it. Oh god, I already don't like that. Make sure not to mix up the customer order and the types of ramen each person wants. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Tell the owner which ramen each customer wants in the order they ask for it. If you mess up any orders, the customers will get mad. Focus and take each order carefully. Christ. Chessu Tankotsu ramen. I mean, Taiko. Large Kyushu? Double stewed pork. Kyushu Tankotsu. Uh-oh. I'm kind of assuming Mentaiko? Oh boy. I don't think it was stewed pork. That might have been later. I'm fucking it up already? Oh boy. Damn it, there's another Kyushu one here. I'm actually a little surprised that I got that many right. It is a little interesting, coming from the other Yakuza games, that this game in particular is not shy about having, like, partial fail states. Like, I wonder if I actually missed out on anything by not getting it perfect. Normally, the worst that it got in the other games was that you would, like, either retry, or you would have to pick a this or that, and sometimes one prize would be better than the other. But in this game, there are fail states everywhere. They just don't give a fuck. Holy shit. Oh yeah, that's right, weapon van.
いらっしゃいませ。
For Breastplate, gauntlets. Holy shit, just straight up a revolver, huh? Do we have any mods for guns? I don't know if we do, actually. Put it in memes? Alright, I'll check that out later. That's ridiculous. We also got that key. You might as well go open that locker. And blackjack amulet. No, thank you. Oh. Ooh, what's this about? Back at the ice cream place. Welcome. Have you decided what you'd like to order? Look at this monstrosity. That's not quite what I was expecting, but okay. Is there really just nothing here? I might have just gone out to the wrong building. Oh, he's around the corner. Kamurocho manager, you gotta be kidding me. What kind of asshole runs on his bill in this day and age? What happened? Just another dine and dasher. This guy eats every flavor of gelato we have and then he's out the door. Oh, there he is. Wonder why he's waiting there. Look at him, he's like, come on man, let's go. This motherfucker. I should can leave the shop and go after him. Hey, could you chase him down for me? I just want to slap that creep. Yeah, let's go for it. Alright, I just need to catch him, right? You'll do it? Great, you're a stand-up guy. Well, when you catch him, bring him here. I'll give him the punishment he deserves. Wow. Oh, 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 oh. Oh boy. He's got a lot more stamina this time, too. Wasn't bullshitting about that rivalry. Or maybe he was, because it's kind of having a hard time here. Alright, you little bastard. Damn it. This time, it was like you were trying to get me to chase you. What were you thinking? Nobody's ever chased me like you do. There aren't enough dine and dash pros like me left in this world. Dine and dash pros? I mean, it's hard to run on a full stomach, and even if you get away, you end up hungry again from all the exercise. It's hard being a dine and dash pro. You know what it's like, right? Why don't you quit? Then just quit dining and dashing. Think about the effects of shops you raid. You're right. I'm done. No more dining and dashing for me. After all, I'll never be able to escape you. Good. Glad to hear it. I think it's time I left on a journey for myself. Have a good life. I don't think we'll ever meet again. If you're leaving, make sure you pay what you owe. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, I bet you did. Cost of your gelato comes to 7,000 yen. So let's see that cash, now! Okay. Boop. And give him a good slap. If you got the cash, then just pay the damn bill in the first place. What are you, just doing this for kicks? Oh. I'm sorry. Don't ever show your face around here again. And you've earned this. Seriously, I'm grateful. Even if I'm still pissed off. Let's see here. Get rid of water. Well, that's settled, hopefully. What's going on? Why do I feel so weird? Is it indigestion? But I can't stop thinking about that shop manager. What is this? Is this it? Is Kamurocho's era of dining and dashing finally over? But that water was famous. I'm sure it was. Set it on the bottle and everything, but you know what? That's okay. Sure, we'll use it some other time. The one cool thing that this game does is that if you actually need stuff for components or other things, it actually looks at your storage inventory. You don't have to like have it on your person. Excuse me, aren't you Kiryu-san? It's me, Kitagawa, the Mars fighter, remember? You helped me set me straight back in Sotenbori about 2 years back? Kitagawa, Mars fighter, alright. You really saved my bacon. I killed it at the Grand Prix and I finally hit it big in Tokyo. Glad to hear it. You back in Kamurocho on personal business? Huh? No, I'm on the clock, buddy. We're shooting a drama right nearby. What, do I look like I'm on vacation, Kiryu-san? Well, I thought you always worked with a partner, but I don't see him around. Oh, you mean Minamizawa? Yeah, things aren't exactly going smooth there. Something happened? Well, everything was great when we debuted as the Mars Fighters, about a year back, but 6 months later, Minamizawa up and vanished. He didn't leave you for any kind of clue about where he was going? Not a one. Honestly, doing variety show gigs in Tokyo isn't exactly a glamorous life, so maybe you decided enough is enough. Me? I'll take whatever work pays the bills, but you know how Minamizawa gets when he's sticking to manzai comedy. I remember, yeah. Since he left, I've been getting by on talk show appearances and TV dramas, but I'm worried about the guy. Whenever I get a break between gigs, I pick up and search for him again. Just yesterday I heard someone spot him in Kamurocho, so here I am. But, well, no sign of him. I want to do manzai comedy with him again, but until I can, I gotta keep working, so our audience never forgets the Mars Fighters. I see. Look, Kiryu-san, if you spot Minamizawa around here, you want to give me a call? Take my number and one of his recent pics. Look at him. Minamizawa's photo. Alright, I'll call you if I find Minamizawa. Thanks. Thank you so much. Kitagawa-san, it's almost time. Ah, jeez, already? Okay, I got a shoot coming up, so I gotta run. Sorry to drag you into this, but please, keep an eye out for him. And away he goes. That's that Winnie the Pooh baseball game he was shutting down with Flash. Like to the outworld, what the fuck? That is sad. At first I was like, what are you talking about? And then I actually remember that game. Small Dummy was actually going to be checking out some Flash games because of that. When they were switching category. No, don't follow me in here. No, 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 no. The last character you had to beat and is one of the hardest things you can do in a video game. Oh god. The old interdimensional home runs. Let's do a little bit of Coliseum work here. Also, I think the florist is still here. Because he's not in the Millennium Tower anymore. Let's see if it lets us in. I should ask the florist about the Alps murder. Yes, you should. Oh. Hey, Kiryu. I hear you're looking into that Cafe Alps murder. Huh? How'd you hear about that? Don't underestimate my information network. I know everything that goes on in this town. Heh, I guess you do. So do you know anything about the murder? I had the police reports in my database. What do you want to know? Ask about the murder weapon. Ain't got a murder weapon, ain't got a damn thing. Same type of ashtray was found all over the cafe, but there was one significant difference between those and the murder weapon. Oh yeah? What was that? The weaponized ashtray had a chipped edge. Did you know how that happened? The day of the murder, a customer knocked the ashtray off the table onto the floor, chipping it. So it wasn't from the impact then. It was actually damaged like that beforehand. Sorry, I had to get some water. Akechi noticed it while he was cleaning up at closing time and decides to bring it into the dumpster and throw it away. Okay. That's when he passed the locker room and saw his girlfriend cheating. So there's no doubt Akechi touched the murder weapon that day. Nope. Normally the ashtray would have been washed and all the fingerprints would have disappeared. But Akechi noticed the particular ashtray had been chipped, so instead of washing it, he decided to throw it out. And by that twist of fate, everyone who touched it that day still had their prints all over it. So all the fingerprints on the murder weapon were made the day of the murder, huh? Interesting. I have the police reports in my database. What do you want to know? Let's see. The actual fingerprints. Tell me about the fingerprints on the ashtray. These are all the prints taken from the ashtray. Boop, boop, boop. Prints outlined in red match Akechi's, as is apparently the evidence that led directly to his arrest. So, 3 different prints? How is he holding it? What about the other fingerprints? Well, one thing is for sure, none of them matched the prints of any of the other employees at Cafe Alps at the time. They thought to be the customers who visited the cafe that day. Probably 2 or 3 people. Now one of these sets of prints might be from the real murderer? It's certainly possible. So the real murderer's prints could be on the ashtray, huh? You should be able to get more information from the people related to the case. If you haven't talked to all of them yet, you better do that. Thanks. You've been a big help. I owe you one. I think we're actually gonna have to look at the journal to, like, see where the other locations are. We'll do a round in the Coliseum and then take a look in there. There are videos of people spending upwards of 12 hours straight to beat him. Oh my god. That's a bit much.
Kiryu Kazuma vs. Naniwa no Cyborg, Iyama Daiji.
Fucking gave me the stunner, bitch. Oh. Sometimes the physics since the 90s, right? That was straight up a stunner. Oh no, the clown. Kickboxing clown. Fucking hell. All those cardboard cuts. Ooh. I smash this dude up a bit. No big deal.
いや、男比べが今始まる。さあ、決勝戦。闘技場の占領役者、桐生一馬 vs ヤング界のトップアイドル、ジェットボーイ。
The bike scene turning. Oh God. Well, that should be it. I need to see something. Oh, so we did get a new one. Breakout Grand Prix. Falling out of this ring means immediate defeat. Don't drop your guard because of the fence. You'll get sent flying through it with partners. Partners will survive till the end. Okay, that's interesting. So I think you hit him up against the wall a certain amount of times and then that wall goes away. He lived up to his name, he sure did. That's a dead ass boy. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Notebook. Their relationship with suspect Akechi. Currently employed at Mock Bowl. Current manager of Cafe Alps. Theater Square Club Sega. Nakamichi Street Popo. Alrighty then. Let's go check some of that out then. More than a brisk jog, please. Come on. Get to the door. Uh-oh, what's this about? Hey, are you? Kiryu-san, is that really you? It's me. You know me. Jeez, I haven't seen you in ages. Remember? I'm Minamizawa, from the Mars Fighters. We got out of that mess together 2 years ago, right? It was your mess to begin with. Hey, don't just shut me down. At least do it a solid comeback, would you? Like, you two were the ones who messed with me. Get some wordplay in there. Well, you haven't changed much. Anyway, I heard you've been missing for about half a year. Where'd you hear that? I ran into Kitagawa earlier. You got him worried. He's looking for you. Hey, hold on a sec. Is that true? Higashiyama. Yeah. Once Kitagawa heard Minamizawa was in Kamurocho, he dropped everything and came straight here. Hey, Minamizawa, buddy, you probably ought to head back, huh? Sounds like Kitagawa's worried sick about you. That's right, man. You don't have to be stubborn. Just go find your friend, apologize, and get back to being a team. Get off my back. I'm Minamizawa, the Mars fighter. Why should I apologize to my equal, my partner, just because we ain't a team anymore? Besides, now that I'm gone, Kitagawa's doing better than ever. Even if I went back, there's no way our old agency would let us get back together. I'd just be dragging him down. Man. It's clear Kitagawa wants to do Manzai with Minamizawa. Maybe I'll give him a call. Needs a quick travel to Purgatory and back. Hey, hold it, Kiryu-san. You're not gonna call Kitagawa, are you? That's what I promised him. Now that I found you, I have to let him know. I can't let you do that. Man, I can't face him right now. Fine. If you're so set on calling him, I guess I got no choice. Sorry, Kiryu-san, but it's time for a real punchline. Okay, this didn't work the last time. I don't know why you think it's gonna work now. Unless I'm missing something. Nope. Why did you guys help me? Where's my team? Have you seen this guy? He ain't just some street thug. Only you'd be stupid enough to pick a fight with the real beast, Minamizawa. Why do I even pay you guys? Hey, Kitagawa, I found Minamizawa. We're around West Park. You'll see us when you get here. How am I gonna face Kitagawa now? There's nothing more worthless than a Manzai comedian who can't Manzai. Kitagawa knows exactly how you feel. What? Kitagawa's always wanted to do more Manzai, just like you. He's been looking for you all this time. Kiryu-san, you gotta help me. Would you play the straight man to my funny man? After so long out of the game, my comedy edge might have gotten rusty. I gotta sharpen up. If I can't even hack a joke, I'll never be able to look Kitagawa in the eye again. Why me? I'm begging you, man. I don't want to run away anymore. I'm gonna get back into comedy if it kills me. Please, you're my last chance to get Manzai groove back. Gotta get his Manzai mojo. Just this once. Thanks a million. Here we go. Give me something snappy. Reactive. Know what I mean? Did I ever tell you I've been training for a marathon across Japan? You gotta be kidding me. How do I ever come back to that? You, gotta be kidding me. Nope, no good. Your heart's not in it, buddy. You're too self-conscious. I don't know what you expected. I'm not an entertainer, you know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, well, Oh. You told me I was the only straight man you'd ever need. Oh shit, here we go. Somebody's jealous. Kitagawa. That's the only reason I've been on these stupid drama and talk shows. I don't want anyone to forget the Mars Fighters. All it took was a couple blogs saying we can't improv or our reactions are too weak and you just ran off. I thought you wanted to do Manzai with me, and now we can give up. And now you give up after one or two schmucks say something? I want to do Manzai with you again. Would you really be my partner just one more time? Stand up, Minamizawa. You'll always be my partner. Also, the music was supposed to change. And it didn't come through. Uh-oh. Aw. How cute. And so the duo's friendship turned to love. Their married couple-style manzai routines gave birth to years of joyous laughter. Ain't that some shit? Wait. Why am I stuck getting married to you? Ah, crap. Kiryu-san, this is the second time you saved us. Thanks for everything. Hey, you make a pretty good team. Maybe you ought to form a comedy trio. What do you say? Please, no. Well, I'll head back to the office. Time to convince my agent to let us get the band back together. Oh, and take this. It's the least I can do to thank you. Oh, I got his autograph. What a comedy duo that's really popular in Osaka these days. Thanks, Kiryu-san. Watch out for us, because the Mars fighters are aiming for the stars. See you around. Okie dokie. So that's settled. Sure someone wants that. Maybe. I'd assume so. It didn't really say anything about, like, selling it. So, one would have to suspect. Okay, so hold on. Kanrai Beam Theater Taihei. That's the market, but it's not saying it's the market. Or no, that's not it. Hotel District. Amstar Kamurocho. That's the one I want. Probably. Yeah. We still have to head back to Osaka eventually. Although we still have a fair amount to do here. Are you Sai, former employee of Cafe Alps? Yeah. Who are you? Kazuma Kiryu. I want to ask you about the murder that happened at Cafe Alps 6 years ago. Oh, that. So what do you want to know? Well, let's see what to ask. Let's see. You were at the cafe at the time of the murder, weren't you? Yeah, I think I was closing the register. It was after we'd closed down for the night. So you didn't go anywhere near the murder scene? The locker room? Of course not. I mean, why would I? I was still working, wasn't I? What? He's acting kind of funny. Do you know anything about the person seen running from the scene of the crime? No, I don't know anything. I only found out a murder had taken place when Kinoshita-san showed up looking as white as a sheet. I didn't see the murderer at all. I see. Oh, but I did see Oda-san's body. Ugh, I can still see it. Ugh. So Asaya went to the locker room after the murderer escaped, huh? Let's see. Do you know anybody with a motive to kill Oda? Well, you reap what you sow. I mean, it was bad enough that he was always messing around at the workplace, but going after another employee's woman? Get a grip. You make it sound like he'd slept with other women at the cafe before. Yeah, I saw him hook up with another woman there once. Another woman? Got a name for her? Yeah, I think her last name was Saito. I guess she was dating Oda-san at the time of the murder. Oh. I don't see anybody named Saito listed among the people released to the case, or related to the case. She'd already quit the cafe by that time. I heard she still hung around Oda-san though. So Oda was dating somebody at the time. Ah. Besides testimony. Interesting. Let's see. So she might be involved in this somehow too. Everyone just gives Kiryu their story every time he asks. Yeah, not to mention he's on the job and they didn't even go to like a back room or like go outside to talk about this. He's just at the counter like running through all this information about a murder case he was sort of involved in 6 years ago. Like, what the fuck? Your fingerprints weren't found on the murder weapon. Isn't that strange, seeing that you were one of the waiters? I just didn't like doing the ashtrays. I always left that to other people. So it's pretty natural my fingerprints would be on it, I guess. I see. This job is pretty boring, so thanks for helping me kill some time. You can ask me more whenever you want. I see. Are you sure there isn't anything else you want to tell me? What do you mean? It's not like I have anything to hide. Asai sounds like he knows more. I just don't have enough information right now to get it out of him. I should talk to him again when I know more. It's interesting that they at least tell you that much. If this was like a Phoenix Wright game, they'd probably let you take a stab at it and just be wrong. Alright, so there was another one at Mock Bowl. Oh, don't follow me. Get out of here. I have to fight this guy. No. Objection! They would tell you to take a stab. Not might. Oh god, ow. That motherfucker just did a flash kick. Get the fuck out of here. Whack. What time to tell me to be a family man? I'm already trying, dude. Oh shit. Woo! Alright, I'll take that. Just trying to mash out that other guy and it's like, oh, counter. Don't mind if I do. It's just a joke, man. See, I'm laughing. Oh god. Oh, it hurts to laugh. Kinda glad bowling is back. It's a little sad that it wasn't there for Kiwami too. This whole corner had like nothing going on. Alright, so it's this lady. This is the one that was his SO at the time? Yusawako Usami? Yes, what do you want? I'm looking into the murder that happened at Cafe Alps 6 years ago. There's nothing left to say. Yuichi Akechi might not have killed Oda. If we're gonna find out the truth, I need to hear your account of what happened that day. Let's see what to ask. She didn't say yes. I guess they're just gonna keep pressing. You were there when Akechi confronted Oda, weren't you? Yeah, I mean, I was the reason they fought, so of course I was there. What happened after that? Did you see Akechi kill Oda? I took off, so don't ask me. Took off? What do you mean? Do you have any idea what it feels like to have your significant other walk in on you when you're with someone else? Talk about awkward. And it would have been even more awkward if other people started coming in to see what all the fuss is about, so I ran out the back door. What did you do after you left the cafe? I went home. But Yuichi followed me. We spent the night arguing about breaking up. Of course, I never imagined he'd already killed Oda-san. So, you're saying you didn't see Akechi kill Oda? That's right. And I told the police that too. So nobody actually saw Akechi kill Oda, huh? Let's see. Tell me about the person seen fleeing the scene. I don't know anything about that. I left the cafe before Yuichi did, and I don't know how he left. Right, okay. Yeah, we're still assuming that it was probably Yuichi, but now we kinda know why. He was chasing after her. But it was probably somebody else. Any idea why somebody would kill Oda? Are you trying to be funny? No, I mean, besides your relationship with Oda. Did he do anything to make anyone else mad? I don't know. The police would have known if he had any loans or anything like that, right? I wasn't particularly close to him, really. We just ended up hooking up that night. I see. Maybe Akechi really did kill Oda after seeing him with Usami. Let's see. What to ask. They didn't find your fingerprints on the murder weapon, right? Right. They only found Yuichi's. We constantly replaced the customer's ashtrays with clean ones, but Yuichi must have been the only one to touch that one. I guess he was just unlucky. Yuichi took good care of the customers and replaced their ashtrays often, and I think he must have noticed that one was chipped. Let's see. Alright, well that's about it for you. Are we through here? I'm supposed to be working. Right, sorry. Thanks for your help. Okay, so... So, Sai Imagawa's at Sega Arcade. Also, rest in peace some of the Club Segas. Apparently they've been closing down recently. There's like 2 of them that are gone now. Just to have it so that the police are right. Oh god. Like imagine if there's even like a fail state for that. Like somehow there was an extra something that they don't pull at and you're supposed to find it along the way and it's just like, oh well I guess that's just a bust. Only for you to look it up later and it was like, oh no actually you could have just did it. Getting out of business. They plan to close them all. Oof. Yeah, I wonder if they'll leave one open as like a historical site. So walk into my fist, please. Smushed. It kind of makes me wonder what the other like big arcades in Japan are like brand or like company wise, especially when you think about like Gundam Versus, the new subtitle for Extreme 2 coming out and them doing the release for that. You're Imagawa, right? That's right. Who are you? I'm looking into the Cafe Alps murder from 6 years ago. What? Let's see what to ask. They say you weren't at the cafe the day of the murder. Is that true? Yes, I spent the whole day at home. Alone? No. Some friends came over and we played video games. And these friends corroborated your alibi? That's right. So it wasn't me. Let's see. You know anything about the man seen fleeing the scene? No, I didn't see anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything. Let's see. Can you think of anybody who'd want to kill Oda? I don't know anything. Don't ask me. Oh my god. Your prints weren't found on the murder weapon, were they? Next, you're gonna start saying I wore gloves. Well, you're wrong. I wasn't anywhere near the cafe that day. Guess it stands to your reason your prints wouldn't be on it. He really does. Something's not quite right. One of them's gonna rat him out. I don't know anything about the murder. Just leave me alone. Man, this guy's got a persecution complex. Let me know if you remember anything from around the time of the murder. Doesn't matter how small. I didn't do anything, honest. You have to believe me. Everyone's saying I'm the murderer, aren't they? Aren't they? No. Nobody's saying anything about you. I don't believe you. Everyone's hated me at the cafe. They used to harass me. Harassed you? How? Someone even stole my wallet, CDs, the uniform of my locker the day of the murder. Damn. Are you sure the police didn't pick them up as evidence? Absolutely sure. Someone was harassing me, I tell you. So somebody stole Imagawa's things, huh? Interesting. Okay. So technically he would have an alibi? Or not an alibi, but a motive, I guess? He was just bullied really bad at work? I don't know if we can actually interview the manager. It wasn't an option before, but he is on the list. Cleaning with Akechi at the time of the murder. Discovered Oda's body after witnessing Akechi fleeing the scene, then called police. He's the only one left out of the employees. Witnessed at the crime scene. Asai was there but at the counter, and Imagawa was supposedly home. Let's go back to the cafe then. I think it's... yeah, down here. Center line. Yeah, the other big thing that we have in Okinawa is that we're training up a hostess to dethrone the #1 at this one place over there. There's probably a couple other things to do, and we can also bring Taraka with us, which probably means there's some specific ones with her outside of the one quest that she had a bit earlier on. So I'll bring her around. Just in case and see how that folds out. Give me that fucking money. Alright, back to the Alps. Hey you. You're Kinoshita-san, right? That's right. Who are you? Kazuma Kiryu. I want to ask you about the murder that happened at the cafe 6 years ago. Oh, that. Well, I don't know if I can tell you anything new, but go ahead. Where were you and what were you doing when Oda was killed? I was here, in the customer area, cleaning up. I believe you can see me on the security camera tapes. I wasn't in the locker room when the murder took place. Let's see what to ask then. They say you saw Yuichi Akechi fleeing the scene on the night of the crime. Tell me more about that. Yes, I saw him. That night, Akechi-kun disappeared right in the middle of the cleanup. I waited a while, and then he still didn't come back. I went to go check on him. That's when I saw him leaving through the back door of the cafe. Are you sure it was Akechi? Well, I only saw his back, but I'm sure it was him. You didn't see his face, and how can you be so sure it was Akechi? The man I saw leave through the back door was wearing our cafe's waiter uniform. Aside from Oda-San, there were only 3 other male employees working in that night. Akechi-kun, a guy called Asai, and me. You can see Asai-kun spending the night closing the register and the security tapes. The only other person it could have been would have been Akechi-kun. I see. After that, I called the police and waited at the back door until they showed up. No one tried to enter or leave during that time. Vaguely looked like in the past decent. Yeah. So if it was that guy at the arcade, like, because they stole his uniform apparently, but why would they have changed first before leaving? After that, I called the police and waited at the back door until they showed up. No one tried to enter or leave during that time. So Kinoshita didn't see the criminal's face. Let's see what to ask. Did Oda have many enemies? Well, I'm not sure. I didn't really talk to him much outside of work. I see. Were your prints on the murder weapon? No, they weren't. I keep thinking that if I had touched the ashtray that day, I would have been blamed for the murder. Well, that's about it for that. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Thanks for your time. Are you a detective, Kiryu-san? Not exactly. Why do you ask? No reason. I was just wondering why anyone would be looking into that case now. I'm trying to help a friend find out if Yuichi Akechi is innocent. Innocent? You think someone else could have been the murderer? It's possible. I see. I would feel terrible if Akechi-kun... if he was really innocent all this time. I can't imagine what it's like to be in prison for a crime I didn't commit. Especially for 6 years. That'd be horrible. That's why we're trying to find out the truth. If you think of anything else, let me know. Okay, I will. I think the investigator should still be here. Oh, Kitty-san, did you find out anything? No, nothing conclusive yet. So I guess the only option is to talk to everybody related to the case. My notebook should have information on everyone who's involved. Yada yada yada. Okay. So we're not quite done yet. Let's go ask him real quick. Well, there's 2 people, right? Because Asai was acting kind of weird. I want to ask you about the murder, yada yada. This job's boring me to tears, so ask away.
Oh. Huh? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because that's the thing. He was in there. Now you know what's his face is being harassed. That might be the key to digging him out. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
There's also the matter of this Saito. Oh, here we go. By the way, do you remember Imagawa? Imagawa? Sounds familiar. Your coworker from Cafe Alps. Oh, Mr. Gloomy. Yeah, I remember him now. Imagawa says that he had his things stolen from his locker. You know anything about that, Asai? What? You think I had something to do with it? Yes. Probably. Yes, look, I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to find out what you know. Well, I might have tried to make a quick buck or two off of him. All I took was a wallet and some CDs I sold off later. Anything else? Huh? Like what? You didn't steal Imagawa's uniform? Yeah. Uniform? How would I make any money off of that? All I stole was his wallet and CDs, that's all. So that's all the site took, huh? Maybe the police really did take the uniform. Interesting. So he took some of his shit, but he didn't take the uniform. Another sus. What's going on, Mikasa? Talk to everybody related to the case, but it doesn't look like anyone's gonna be easy to prove Luigi Akechi's innocence. I should meet up with Wakazo at the Cafe Alps. Okay. The plot thickens. Yeah, we're doing alright. Doing a murder mystery here. Everybody's sus. Is there any point to talking to her again? Yeah, no. Oh, is this her? Funny seeing you here. What's up? Yuko. I'm taking one of my clients out on the town. We were in the area, so I thought I'd drop by and see you. Taking your client out on the town? Don't you mean you're going to one of those host clubs? My client just happens to like host clubs. Really, it's just a coincidence. Speaking of which, isn't your perfume a bit strong in the night? Oh, really? I didn't think so, but... Oh, look at the time. Okay, I've gotta go. Uh-oh. Hey, Yuko. Who was that woman talking to Kinoshita? That's Kinoshita-san's wife, Yuko-san. Kinoshita's wife? How did you know that? She actually used to work here, that's how I know. Oh boy. She worked here, is that so? That's right. She's already quit by the time the murder happened though. She wasn't on the security tapes in the dining area, so she definitely wasn't at the cafe that day. I see. This doesn't sound like Kinoshita's wife Yuko is involved in the case, but maybe I should look into her anyway. Wakazo's testimony. Hey, that was it? Okay. Thought we could confront him about Yuko. They have a whole another game for that. I mean, most of the series has a bunch of whodunit going on, but I'm assuming you're referring to something more specific. Oh yeah, Judgment. When does that... I know it's kind of related, but I don't know if there's a... Is there a timeline for when that happens compared to everything else? Or is it only like loosely related? It's actually something I don't know about that. A broken clock, huh? Good at least twice a day. So let me check something. Is she on here, Yuko? She looks like... What's her name from the old SNK games? Not Mature. Vice. I think it's Vice. Wife of Masaru Kinoshita. Worked as a waitress at Cafe Alps, but had to quit by the time of the murder. Said not to have attended Alps' day of murder, often visits host clubs. Could she be at Stardust? She said she was taking a client, so maybe not, right? Oh, is that? Ah. That looks like Kinoshita's wife, Yuko. Oh, Kiryu-san, what brings you here? Yuya, what can you tell me about that woman over there? Who, you mean Yuko-san? She's been a regular customer of ours for years. What do you want with her? She looks awfully rich for someone so young. She manages a venture-funded startup. Her company got popular making products targeted at young women, and it's been growing pretty fast over the last 4 or 5 years. Is that so? Need some dirt on the ladies. Oh, Yuya, who is that? I haven't seen him here before. Is he a new host? Yuko-san, this is Kiryu-san. We owe a lot to this man here, and no, he's not a host. Oh, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. This is my company, by the way. If you ever need anything, just give me a call. Sure. Yuko's business card. Bye now. Tonight was fantastic. So she was bringing her her work buddies here. Okay. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Collected all the information I can right now. Alright. Oh, it's in my Ada. Okay. That means going back to Bantam. Is that what that means? Hold on. Or am I stupid? Oh yeah, trigger bars all nights of the week. Okay. Yeah, that's right then. Should be chilling out here still. What do you got? Nope, I still don't see anything off about any of this. Do you have a minute? Oh, it's you. So did you find proof of Akechi's innocence yet? What was it that you were looking at? Oh, this? This is the list of evidence we made during the investigation 6 years ago. You're taking such a hard look at this case, I thought I'd better take another glance myself. Can I see that? I guess, but you won't find anything wrong with any of it. I honestly can't figure out why you think Akechi is innocent. Wait a minute. What's this? What's what? I finally got it. Was it really this simple all along? No mistake about it. Somebody framed Akechi. What? Are you serious? Yeah. I'll explain everything, but first I need you to round up everybody related to the case. But it'll turn out fine. You'll see. Okay, just don't blame me if it doesn't. I'll get everybody together at Cafe Alps. That ought to work, right? Yeah, that's fine. I've got all the evidence I need. It's time to reveal what really happened 6 years ago. Do you really? Are you sure? I'm not sure. Let's go save real quick. Let's see something. Because we just kind of have it, and I can't see it. So I still even got his wallet, but never took his uniform. Yuko Saito. I know, right? Saito. Now, that does mean that there's a tie-in for this. But it doesn't explain the uniform unless she was still in it when she was there. It's been since 2015, which would be 5 to 6 years between the main 2018, which is 2 years after 6. Okay. So between 5 and 6. Interesting. Watch it not be her for some contrived reason. Yeah, like it's possible, right? Because she did work there. But the uniform itself is still stolen. But between them for the prologue and the main chunk of the game is after 6. Okay. I actually don't have judgment, but that would be kind of interesting to do that in between. It's after 6, so it might be something we have to do after 6 anyway. Just so that there's more context. I want to double check that we can't, like, pull anything else out of him. Oh, he's just gone. Oh, that's right, because they all got rounded up. Yeah, let's do this then. So they're all out. This game I'd love to have just like standalone to fuck with. was a bad run on that. Impressive field shots. Oh, it actually split. Damn. Yeah. So I did better in that other run a while back. I actually did get first on one of those previous ones though. I had to kept the uniform on. Gotta do this in a field strip. I mean, she would also have a motive. Alright. Well, I did as you asked, Detective. I closed the cafe and kicked everyone out. Now what's all this about? Kiryu-san and his friends were here. Would like to talk to all of you. I have you here for one reason, and one reason alone. I'm sure you all remember the murder that took place here 6 years ago. The victim was Kazuo Oda-san, the manager of this cafe at the time. One of the employees, Yuichi Akechi-san, was arrested for his murder. But did Akechi-san really kill Oda-san? I'm here to ask each of you to think back on that day. Do any of you have any evidence, any truly conclusive evidence, that Akechi-san was really the one who killed Oda-san? I've been struggling with one question since the day of that murder. Could Akechi-san actually be innocent? But before I could find out for sure, an article I wrote implicating Akechi-san as the murderer got published. But thanks to Kiryu-san here, we finally arrived at the truth of what happened 6 years ago. But if Akechi-kun is innocent, that means someone else is guilty. Exactly. But what do you base all this on, Kiryu-san? I need to show them proof of Yuichi Akechi's innocence. You seem pretty confident in this list of evidence, but Inochita saw the criminal flee but didn't get a look at his face. Yeah, we did. Might as well do this real quick. Oh, it's just gonna tell me. Ha! I need to know why I believe Uchiha Ketchi's innocent. All I have to do is poke a hole in the charges against him. Isami was the one who saw Ketchi and Oda fight the day of the murder, isn't that right? Yeah, but I left in the middle of it. In other words, she didn't actually see Akechi-san kill Oda-san. Exactly, and only Isami saw Oda and Akechi fighting. So we can't conclude Yuichi Akechi killed Oda, which means the charges against him could be false. Ha, sorry, but that doesn't hold water. What do you mean? Akechi's prints are on the weapon used to kill Oda. That's solid evidence to prove Akechi did it. Is that all you had to say? Huh? What do you mean? This was your case. You ought to know how Akechi's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone weren't enough to convict him. I don't follow you. Spell it out for us, will ya? The ashtray used on the murder weapon hadn't been washed because it was supposed to be thrown out. Akechi's prints weren't the only ones on it. That means you can't prove his guilt from the fingerprints alone. Detective, is that true? Yes, it's just as he says. Do you admit you might have not have been my brother? Yeah. But that's still not enough to prove somebody else did it. Somebody witnessed Akechi fleeing the scene. That's another piece of solid evidence. Think about it. You'd think the person actively fleeing the scene of a crime is a culprit, wouldn't you? Why'd they run away if they didn't do anything? What do you have to say about that? Kiryu-san, do you have any information to refute the witness statements about Akechi-san? Let's see, there's a hole in one of the witness statements. I just need to argue that angle. And a stolen uniform. So that's the thing. He says he didn't take the uniform. No record of Yuko coming to Cafe Elves in the day of the crime. Yuko Saito, president. That's gonna be something for later. Didn't take it, but it was taken. Yeah. I mean, let's see what happens with this. Samuel was at the scene but failed to witness Akechi murder Oda. Oda was dating someone at that time. Oh, let's stuck on this one. Because you already poked at this. You saw Akechi fleeing the scene, right? Yes, I did. Are you sure? I'm not lying. I'm sure I saw him. But you didn't see the face of the person. Okay, so we poked at the other one before. I fucked up. I thought we already did this one. You said that, right? Yeah, I only saw his back. So then it's possible you saw somebody else. Is that all you got? The police wouldn't have arrested Akechi just on any old vague evidence, you know. There was also something that proved the person Kinoshita saw was in fact Akechi. And what was that? The man Kinoshita saw leaving the scene of the crime was wearing a Cafe Elf's waiter's uniform. The only waiters the employees at Cafe Elf's were Kinoshita-san, Asai, Imagawa-san, and Akechi-san. The security tape showed Kinoshita-san and Asai-san out front at the time of the murder. Out front, huh? You've also confirmed that Imagawa was at home. Therefore, by a process of elimination, the only waiter Kinoshita-san could have seen was Akechi. Kiryu-san, is that true? No, it's absolutely possible that the person Kinoshita saw was not Akechi. I have a statement to prove it. Well then, why don't you share this statement with us? There was actually another crime committed at this cafe the day of the murder 6 years ago. Another crime? That's the first I've heard of it. Imagawa's uniform disappeared from his locker in the Cafe Alps locker room that day. Imagawa-kun's uniform? Yes, my uniform disappeared from my locker. Since you weren't present on the day of the murder, when did you notice it was missing? The day after Oda-san was murdered, I came to work. The police were investigating, so I couldn't go in. But once the police left, I looked at my locker and saw that my uniform was gone. Come on, the police probably took it as evidence. Oh, it's not on the evidence list. Okay. I'm sure that there was plenty of stuff missing from the crime scene. You're wrong. Someone is definitely harassing me. Everyone teased me. Asai-kun, why don't you tell them that you took my uniform? You took everything else. The uniform must have been you too. You're so whiny. Bully, police, whoever took it has nothing to do with Akechi or this case. No, Imagawa's uniform is key to this case. Huh? What do you mean? I'll show you right now. I can show them 2 pieces of evidence that prove that it happened to Imagawa's uniform. Damn, alright. Side 2. Okay. Look at this list of evidence I borrowed from you. There's no waiter's uniform on it. Right. Let's see. You're right. I don't see any waiter's uniform listed. In other words, the uniform disappeared before the police showed up. If the police didn't confiscate it, who would have taken it? It was Asai-kun, right? No, not Asai. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to pick him. Ashmal after sending a plume dispatch so many times. Nice. He did steal things from you, true, but he wasn't doing it to harass you. He was just after some cash. Your wallet and CDs made sense, but your uniform wouldn't have been worth anything. Well, then who did it? Oh, you mean the murderer took it? Exactly. The criminal wanted to make it look like somebody else committed the crime, so they stole the waiter's uniform and changed into it. Then, as soon as somebody came by, they hid their face and ran out the back exit. Is that true? You're saying that the person who stole Imagawa's uniform and fled the scene was the real criminal? Yeah, and who might that be? Oh my god, could you imagine? I mean, I'm gonna go Yuko for this. Yes, this is the only person it could have been.
桐生さん、それではその人物の名前を教えてください。6年前、小田さんを殺し、明智さんに罪をかぶせた事件の真犯人とは一体。
犯人は
Yeah, it's interesting that he was also an option. He is refuting it really hard. We'll have to see.
木下優子、お前が小田を殺した真犯人だ。
Her? Are you serious? I can't believe it. What? Yuko killed Oda-san. An interesting theory, but why would I kill Oda-san? I didn't have any reason to do anything like that. Yeah, Yuichi Akechi's motives were Sami-san's relationship with Oda-san. Exactly how are Yuko-san and Oda-san connected? I need something to prove Yuko and Oda knew each other somehow. Saito. Oh, we need to find out that he was dating someone at the time. I'm ahead of myself. Oda was dating somebody at the time of the murder. Somebody who used to work as a waitress at Cafe Alps. Well, is that true? Yeah, and her last name was Saito. Saito? That's Yuko's maiden name. Yeah, okay. Now here you worked at the cafe just until before the time of the murder. Yuko-san and Oda-san were dating? I didn't know that. Yuko-san, is that true? I don't have to answer that. Oh shit. Yuko. If Oda-san was dating Yuko-san, then Usami-san wasn't the only one cheating. Oda was cheating too. And that means Yuko-san also had a motive to kill Oda-san. So anyone with a motive is a killer. You haven't done anything but hypothesize. Exactly. You've only talked about possibilities. Do you have any conclusive evidence that she murdered him? Like fingerprints? If only I had something with Yuko's fingerprints on it. Okay, so that's the big thing. The business card. This is the evidence. Is that my business card? This business card has your fingerprints on it. You should be able to compare the prints of the cards with that on the murder weapon. Give me that business card. Let's check it out right now. You finished analyzing the prints on the card. These are Yuko Kinoshida's prints. And these are the prints of the ashtray. Center. There. Yep. The prints on Yuko-san's business card are the same as the ones in the murder weapon. I don't believe it. How do you explain that? Even if my prints are on that ashtray, so what? How does that change anything? What do you mean? I ate at Alps the day of the murder. I must have just touched the ashtray while I was there. She's right. There's no crime in touching an ashtray. She was just a customer. No, Yuko's lying. Should call her out on it. She didn't eat there. What the hell are you talking about? There's no record of you coming to the cafe in the day of the murder, right, Detective Maeda? He's right. We had Cafe Alps employees watch all the security tapes and they gave statements that no other cafe employees, former or otherwise, visited the cafe that day. Right, Kinoshita-san? That's right. I'd seen Yuko-san's face before, so I would have noticed that she was on those tapes. She definitely wasn't. Which means you didn't come to Cafe Alps on the day of the murder as a customer. So why were your fingerprints on the ashtray then? Fine, maybe it wasn't on the day of the murder. It might have been the day before. It's not that big of an issue. Nope. You had to have been there the day of the murder. You weren't a customer. You were the real murderer. Huh? The only people who could have prints on the murder weapon were those who visited the day of the murder. How did you come to that conclusion? And now for the coup de grace. I just need something to prove that the prints of the murder weapon were made. The ashtrays here are cleaned every day, but your prints were still on the murder weapon. That means you had to have been here the day of the murder. But the day of the murder, a customer dropped the ashtray, chipping it. Yuichi Akechi saw the chipped ashtray and instead of washing it, decided to throw it out. Since you couldn't have come to the cafe as a customer that day, there's only one time you could have left your prints on that ashtray. You did it after Akechi dropped the ashtray in the locker room as he witnessed Usami cheating on him with Oda. Sometime after Akechi left before Kinoshita came to check up on him, you entered the locker room and murdered Oda. And you put on Imagawa's uniform and went out the back. Isn't that right? Yuko-san, is what Kiryu-san says true? It'll only get worse if you stay quiet. Shut up! I told you I didn't do it! Uh-oh. I give up. Yuko, I'm putting an end to this. Uh-oh. What? Do you know something, Kinoshita-san? I knew you came to the cafe that day, Yuko. What? How? I could smell you. Ah, the perfume. It was very faint, but I could smell your perfume around the crime scene. No way. Why didn't you say this earlier? I'd been in love with Yuko ever since we worked together. That's why I knew the scent of her perfume the minute I smelled it. Sometime after the murder, I happened to run into her again. Eventually, we started dating. One day, I brought up the murder to her face and went white. She went quiet, and avoided commenting on anything. That's when I was sure Yuko had been here the day of the crime. Well, I'll be. But I still didn't know exactly what that meant, or, I should say, I didn't want to know what that meant. But I found out Kiryu-san was looking into the old crime. I decided to keep it all a secret. But now Yuichi Akechi has suffered 6 years for a crime he didn't commit, all because I didn't say anything. It's all my fault. If I had just spoken up, none of this would have happened. Gee, Kinoshita-san.
Yuko さん、今一度尋ねます。あなたが小田さんを
she might.
殺したんですか？
そうよ。私
私
がやったのよ。
She's got a gun. No, she cried. Big cry. Yeah, I thought she was gonna do some shit. Nope. Will you give a statement that Yuichi Akechi is innocent? Yes. Akechi-san had nothing to do with the murder. Yuko, how could you have done such a thing? Was it really just because Oda-san was cheating? Of course that's what it was about. He said he was going to marry me. Okay, so the playback.
あの日は彼の小田さんの誕生日だった。
Ah.
だから私は彼を驚かそうと思ってプレゼントを持って
How
お店
convenient.
に向かったの。もうお店も閉まっている時刻だったから裏口から入ってロッカールームに向かったわ。でもそこで見たのは他の女と浮気してる彼の姿だった。私はとっさに身を引いて隠れた。落ち着いて目の前で何が起きてるのか理解。そのすぐ後に明智さんがやってきた。明智さんはロッカールームの中を覗いて小田さんと宇佐美さんの浮気現場を目撃すると手に持っていた灰皿を落とし、小田さんに掴みかかっていったわ。
So they did fight. She ran.
声が聞こえた後、すぐに宇佐美さんがロッカールームから出てきて裏口から店の外へ出て行ったわ。すぐに明智さんも宇佐美さんの後を追って 店の外へ出て行ってしまった。
Hmm.
明智さんと宇佐美さんが出て行った後、私はロッカールームの中へ入っていった。小田さんは私の姿を見てすごいびっくりしたみたいだったけど、浮気がバレたことが分かると開き直って別れ話を切り出してきたわ。宇佐美と一緒になるつもりだから別れてくれってね。その言葉を聞いた途端、完全に頭に血が上っちゃって、気がついたら近くに落ちてた灰皿で小田さんを殴っていたわ。それからは桐生さんが言った通りよ。私はロッカーにあった制服に着替えて、わざと裏口の前で誰かが来るのを待っていた。少しして誰かが客席の方からやってきたから、顔を見られないようにして裏口から出て行った。それで部外者の自分には絶対に疑いがかからないだろうって思ったわ。
Right. Oh my god. Several years passed. I ran into Kitashina-san and we eventually got married. I started selling things as a hobby and it soon turned into a business. Before I knew it, I grew into a large company. It's been 6 years since that day, and my life's been going so well. I can't believe the truth came out now, of all times. Yuko-san, did you ever think what it felt like for Akechi-san to have to bear these false charges? What it felt like to be knocked down to rock bottom and have his freedom stolen from him these past 6 years? And think what would have happened if he hadn't revealed the truth just now. How many more years would he have suffered? Only the person who took Akechi-san's freedom away can give it back. You need to turn yourself in. Testify in front of a court and pay for your crimes. Can I escort you to the station? Yes. Yuko! I'll be right here waiting for you when you get back. Masaru. Thank you. She ain't coming back. Nope. At least not that we'll know. Unless she shows up in 4 somehow. Extra, extra! Guilty criminal with 6-year-old murder turns herself in! The man originally accused of the crime now stands to be acquitted at a new trial! I was wrong about the media. I thought you just went from one person to the next, looking for gossip. I didn't think you cared about the people in your articles. I figured you just forgot about them the second they left your pages. But you've been worrying about my brother this whole time. You've even proved his innocence. There are decent people in the media. Thank you so much for helping him. Nozomi-san. I also have to apologize for the way I treated you. I want to give you a reward for helping me get the retrial for my brother. You don't owe me anything. As much as I hate to admit it, I didn't do anything on this one. Proving your brother's innocence is all the work of Kitty-san here. I certainly don't deserve any reward from you. What are you talking about? You did what a real journalist is supposed to do. What do you mean? Sure, you wrote an article saying Akechi was a murderer. But now you've written an article clearing his name. Isn't that the way a real journalist is supposed to resolve things? Sure, but I won't let this be the end of it. I'll continue to follow the truth until the day I put down my pen. That's my duty as a reporter. And I'll be cheering you on. Hey. Let's say a good chunk of XP too. Oh. Another open and shut case, you know, 6 years or so later. Just a bit of a delay, not a big deal. Okay, so that settles that. Let me look at something real quick. Still have the Hitman Mission going on? Interesting. So there's a check on some of these and a star on others, which means that the checks are probably ones that we did but didn't do perfectly. The OPA building downtown. Hmm. Actually, let's head back to Okinawa for a bit then. We'll see about running into that guy and then maybe we'll cut it out there for now. Let's see, so... Gotta go to the airfield first. And then from the airfield, you take a stealth bomber back to Okinawa. You know. Like you do. What's this soba place? Oh, that's right, he headed here too. Dine Dash, it's been years. Is this our person? Oh, Kaede. Oh, Kiryu-san. What a coincidence. Wait, Kaede? I thought you were living in Tokyo. Yeah, I love working at that shop too, but I've finally realized my calling. What's that? I want to manage an inn at Okinawa. It'll be a place where the tired fathers of Tokyo can come and take a load off. An inn? Where did that idea come from? The customers at Earth Angel said that Tokyo wasn't the right place for me. They told me, Kaede-chan, you should go home to Okinawa and start your own business. Wait, doesn't that mean that they don't think you're cut out for Tokyo? Huh? I don't know about that. When I told my customers about my idea, they all got super excited and said they'd absolutely come visit me. I believed them when they said that. I'll make a place where the tired fathers of Tokyo can relax when they come to Okinawa. Is that right? Not a bad idea to follow your heart and make your dreams come true. And when I talked to Momiji-chan about it, she said could do it together. You see, my family used to run their own inn, but a bunch of hotels opened up in the same area, and they had to close down. I know a lot about running an inn, so I should be able to help Kaede-chan with hers. I'm sure it'll all go well if we work together. An inn that serves the hardworking men of Tokyo. That's not a bad idea. Still, if we want to get it up and running, we're going to need money. I wonder what we should take out a loan. That's true. I think you can get us started without borrowing too much money, though. Huh? But how? Kaede, your friend's family used to run their own inn, right? Well, yeah. If there are hotels all around that area, that means it's a good location. In that case, you can just remodel the old place to fit your needs. Oh, yeah! I never thought of that. Huh? You'd be okay with that, Momiji? It's totally fine. Plus, my parents can help us with it, too. Alright, then the money I earned in Tokyo should be more than enough. Thank you, Kiryu-san. Man, you're so smart. I don't know about that. I couldn't tell you if it'll work out. I'm sure it will. I can't thank you enough. You've done so much for me. Thanks to you, I discovered my calling. Oh, I know. Here, take this. It's something I bought in Tokyo. Caviar skin bag. What the fuck? Gotta visit my inn once we're open. You can stay for free, of course. See ya! Casually kept the useless piece of property that was draining money? Yes, apparently so. A little weird. You think they would have sold it off to one of the hotel owners that built up around them, but no, they just still held on to it. It's been years since our last Dine and Dash. How do I handle this? What happened? Wow, a Dine and Dasher. We haven't had one of those in almost 20 years.
Oh yeah?
Hey, there he is, over there. He's, What do I do? I can't leave the shop, but I can't just let him go either. Could you catch the Dine and Dasher? I'm sure I can find something to pay you with. Fine, I just need to catch him, right? Sorry to drag you into this. I'll make sure it's worth your time. Alright, you. got actually more stamina than we do. I'm stupid. I can't believe I ran out of toys. Oh my god. Whoa! Eh? Okay, I kind of fucked it up by trying to be a little bit too much into it. Yeah, he looks different.
Oh yeah?
For fuck's sake. There we go.
終わりだ。
Are you? Hey! It's me! I know you! The old Kamurocho Dine Dasher! Wait, you're that Dine Dasher? But... Oh, I tried. But I just couldn't give it up. I dashed my way across Japan and, well, look how much weight I lost. I run a popular blog too. Maybe you've heard of the Dine and Dash diet going around. Something wrong? Never mind. Just come back to the shop with me. Pork rib noodles, bitter melon stir fry. Comes to 2,300 yen. If you can't pay, you can wash dishes for me. I'm so sorry. I just can't help myself. I'll let you go this time, but remember, that dining and dashing is a crime. Don't ever do this again. Thank you for bringing him to justice. I just don't know what kids these days are thinking. Ooh, it's the first gold plate we've gotten. I knew it'd be you. You're the only man who can catch me. Look, just give it up. Oh yeah, my new diet. Oh yeah, my new diet made me famous, and I even got a girlfriend. The manager from the gelato place, remember? I got a thing for strong women. I sort of fell for her when she was scolding me, and now we're on vacation together. So, what I'm trying to say is, I'm done for real. Today marks my final dash, no matter what thrills I get from it. I can't compare to a special lady in my life. And away he goes, again. I don't get it, but at least he's done. Maybe he's done. Find out he has like a problem. Oh, well ain't that a wild surprise? Where what are you doing all the way out here? I should be asking you. Weren't you supposed to be in Kyushu? Well, sure, I was for a while. Walked all over Fukuoka, Kumamoto, and Kagoshima, trying out different ramen joints, and then I heard that Okinawa's got some fine taste in pork. So, to make a long story short, I ended up over here on a quest to find the best Okinawa soba. You wouldn't happen to have any clues for me now, would you? Actually, there's a pretty good Okinawan soba stand over in Karyushu Arcade. Why don't you try it out? Matter of fact, I think I will. Thanks a lot, big guy. And away he goes too. Came all the way to Okinawa just to research noodles. This guy's a bit of a noodle himself. None of those things had anything to do with the Shonen 5 thing.
Oh!
So many dudes around here.
Oh!
So many fucking dudes. Get out of here. Uh-oh. What's this about? You think that's fun? Oh, I think this is a revelation. Heh.
あれは
おいおっさん今肩ぶつかっただろうがういー仕方してんじゃねえぞなめてんじゃねえぞこら
Oh.
おいぶっ殺してやれ
Yo! Drunken style.
兄ちゃんこんなとこで寝てたら風邪ひくぞ
He just staggers away.
ひらめいた
I'm assuming that's what it is, but several of those could have been a good answer. There we go. Shoulder rush. Drunken master? Another revelation. Some punk got pissed at a drunk man. You'd think the guy would just slug him one and it'd be over, but no. The drug evaded all of his attacks and finished him with a shoulder thrust. Coincidence? Can alcohol bring out one's inner mastery? Sounds like I could use a drink. Shoulder check of the gods. You learn the essence of the drunken thrust. Drunken thrust. If you didn't know what that was referencing, you might wonder a little. I'm assuming we actually had to be drunk for that, though. Yeah, triangle while in fighting stance when drunk. Ability is going to be required in blue letters. Indicate the ability as a heat action. Okay. Yeah, just get smashed and hope you do a couple heat actions on people. But that's interesting. So I need to get a fish for this guy. I'm gonna take a look at the other side near the market, and if there isn't anything like super immediate, I'll probably just call it for tonight. What's with this voice?
ありがとうございました。
Oh, really? Eh, come on, dude. Come on with all that. Couple boxers here, huh? Ah, that was just a stomp. A face stompy. What's your deal? This is it. Okay. OPA. Kitty-san! Oh, I'm so glad you showed up. Remember me? I'm the editor from Shonen 5. Hey. Kinda surprised you were really waiting here for me. Man, I can't believe I forgot to ask for your cell phone number. Silly me. I was starting to give up hope on ever seeing you again. So, how's our manga artist? Did you find Hirano's address? I did. There's just one problem. What is it? Hirano-san's relatives aren't famous doctors, but famous pharmacists. Guess he had some wrong information then. Yeah, for sure. In any case, the Hirano family pharmacy is that nearby shopping arcade. But we may not want to head there just yet. Why? Is there some sort of problem? Well, earlier I thought I saw Hirano-san standing in front of the train station. I think he's here in Okinawa. You sure it was him, and not someone who just looks like him? I'm sure of it. I wish I could have chased after him, but I had to wait here in case you showed up. He was wearing that giant backpack he always wears. There's no mistaking that. Fine, but even if that guy with the backpack was Hirano, what's he doing in Okinawa? I don't know, but he didn't look happy. I couldn't help feeling even more worried about him. I feel terrible asking you to do this, Kiryu-san, but please, would you go meet with Hirano-san's family? Does that mean you're going after Hirano? I know I should probably ask you to find Hirano-san, but I'm his editor. I've got to help him. I don't think he could convince his parents of anything, but something terrible happened to Hirano-san. Shouldn't you be more worried about getting Hirano-san's manga serialized in Shonen 5? I'm more than just an editor. I'm a human being. And as a human being, I've got to look out for one of my own. Besides, I'm the one who brought Hirano-san into the wonderful world of manga. If something happened to Hirano-san, I don't think I could ever be an editor again. Damn, I thought you were only worried about your job. But underneath all that, your spirit is manly as hell. I'll look for Hirano-san. Please explain the whole situation to Hirano-san's parents. Alright, I will. Kitty's like, damn. Uh-oh. I heard about a guy doing a hit and stops on Ryukyu Boulevard lately. What, jumping in front of cars and forcing him to pay his medical expenses? That's nothing new. No, the hit and stop guy was way worse than that. He drives around aggressively like he's gonna hit someone, then slams on the brakes at the last moment. Then he claims you gave him whiplash or damaged his car or something and uses that to extort you. Really? And this weirdo just cruises around through Ryukyu Boulevard? Look out for a black sedan near this intersection. That's what the guy drives apparently. Okay, got it. I'll keep an eye out for any black sedans. Black sedan doing hit and stops on Ryukyu Boulevard. Guess you can make anything a scam these days. Interesting. Time to start playing in traffic! That pharmacy should be near here, actually. Most people in positions like his. Yeah, that's true. Welcome. What can I get for you? Oh, no, I don't need anything. I'm here to talk to you about your son. My son? You know my son? Tsutomu. Yeah, I do. Truth is, something crazy happened to him in Tokyo. Something crazy? Is Tsutomu alright? What happened? He's fine. Some people would think this is good news, actually. He won the Shonen 5 grand prize? I know you might not think it's a great accomplishment, but in the manga world, it's a really big deal. I don't know that much about manga, but I do know this. There are hundreds of thousands of people aspiring to become professional manga artists. It's incredible that your son and his manga were chosen out of the many hopefuls. Hell, even the kids I'm looking at to read Shonen 5. One of them wanted to read it so badly they asked me to pick up this copy while I was in Tokyo so he could read it early. Despite that, your son is trying to throw away his dream of becoming a manga artist because of what you might think. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a doctor, but his dream of becoming a manga artist is just as good. It's my fault. I put so much pressure on him. You wanted him to be a doctor, right? That's right. For generations, every member of our family has followed a career in medicine, whether that meant being pharmacists, nurses, or medical researchers. What's going on, Maniac? Despite that, none of us has ever become a doctor. So that's why you're hoping your son would become a doctor. Tsutomu had the grades and the potential to become a doctor. I made sure he wasn't distracted by anything silly when he was young. He needed to focus on his studies after all. And manga was one of those silly things. That's right. Tsutomu always loved to read manga. Truth be told, I bought him lots of manga when he was a child. But as soon as he started junior high, I made him throw away his entire collection. He had hundreds of manga volumes. And you made him throw every one last one in the garbage? Not the garbage. I made him throw them into the Kubochi River. I thought that doing so would make him hate manga and focus more on his studies. No surprises he's reacting this way now. If Tsutomu really is going to throw away his amazing opportunity, then it's all my fault. I can see where you're coming from. Any father would want their son to fulfill their dreams he couldn't fulfill himself. It's not like that. My lifelong dream was... Huh? You okay? What's your dream? It's nothing. My dream doesn't matter. If Tsutomu wants to follow his dream of becoming a manga artist, then I don't want him to give it up for nothing. If he's got a dream, I want him to chase after it. He might be able to make it in time. Huh? I think he's here in Okinawa. Someone saw a guy carrying a huge backpack of his. A backpack? I thought of something while we were talking. I think he's going to use the same method you made him use when he had to throw away all his manga. He's going to toss his dreams in the river. No, in the Kubochi River? More than likely. What am I standing around here for then? I've got to find Tsutomu. Ah, shit. This guy doesn't stream hours, almost SRW. Oh my god. Are you even like close to done? Looks like Hirano's father rushed out towards the station in the Kubochi River. Guess I should follow. And possibly get hit by a car? Why are these guys still like a thing to talk to? It's the driver's sick. Ah, come on with all that. Why are there so many of them? 7 stages left. They're far from easy. Oh god. Well, good luck with that. Shit. Sedan is typically like a 4-door kind of like longer car, typically like luxury cars or whatever. But most people when they say sedan they typically just mean a 4-door in general. Kinda like that one I just passed. That isn't a truck or an SUV, yeah. Whoa. There it is. Ha, that guy almost hit me. Toyota Corolla is considered a four-door sedan, or the Avalon, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey, the hell are you doing? Did you guys see how he jumped in front of me? Oh no, looks like you damaged the car. You have any idea how much that car costs? You better pay for this. How could I damage your car if I didn't even touch it? Are you trying to be a wise ass now? You got any idea how much this car is worth? It's gonna cost 500,000 yen just to fix this. My neck's starting to hurt. I think I have whiplash. I had to slam on the brakes thanks to him. Well, part of this is our fault. We could settle this for 100,000 yen. But if we couldn't go to the cops, then you could pay for it all. Why would I pay you? The car isn't damaged. And why should I believe you have whiplash? What did you say? I'll try to let you off easy, and this is how you treat me? You got guts, jerk. Well, if you don't cough out the cash, I'll just beat it out of you. I thought you were just gonna go to the cops. Going to the cops probably would have been easier. You actually had a way out of this, and you just didn't do it. Okay. Never mind all the countless bikes that I destroy. Ugh. I need those kidneys anyway. Who are you? I told you we gotta stop doing these hit and stops. I heard of guys who jump in front of cars, but actually trying to run into people? And even demanding repair money? Well, people usually get intimidated about the luxury cars, so nobody puts up a fight. They usually just pay. You're actually the first person who hasn't paid us. What's your deal anyway? I guess this just isn't your day. Okay, we apologize. To make up for the trouble we caused, please accept this. It's some money. Hundreds of public bikes. Give it a fuck. Yep. Trash all these restaurants, chairs and tables. Fuck up the bikes. Pee on the curb. Fuck it. Signage. Nothing is safe. Oh. Is this our boy over here? Oh, this asshole's over here. No, 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 no. What are you doing? Oh, you're the guy who helped me in Kamurocho. Did you seriously come all the way to Okinawa just to throw the stuff in your backpack into this river? Wait, what are you talking about, Kiryu-san? What's he going to throw away? Hirano's backpack is packed full of copies of Shonen 5. What? Is that true, Hirano-san? You know, no matter how many times you throw your manga into this river, you won't be able to get over your pain and regret. How do you know about... I heard it from your old man. Shit! The hell is happening here? Hirano-san, you bought all those Shonen 5s just to throw them away? Why? He probably didn't want his dad to know about it. His dad might have recognized his manga in the magazine. That's why he bought all the copies of Shonen 5 he could and threw them all away at once. Why would you buy up all the Shonen 5s in Kamurocho then? Got a point there. Is that right, Hirano-san? Are you going to throw away those magazines to keep your father from finding out? I mean, yeah, I didn't want my father to know about the manga thing. But that's not why I bought them. So why'd you buy so many Shonen 5s just to throw them all away? Get up on his dream. Wah wah. He's giving up on his dream of being a manga artist. Huh? Hirano should have been over the moon to win that award. Instead, he only felt conflicted. He thought he had to become a doctor to fulfill his family's expectations of him and tried to suppress his desire to go pro with his manga. Isn't that right, Hirano? So, to get rid of the conflict he was feeling, he bought— that dude's still standing back there. Is he gonna fight us after this? He bought as many issues of Shonen 5 as he could, and tried to absolve himself into a self-perceived sin by throwing them away. Thought it was a sin. Throwing away something you love so dearly is something Hirano considers to be a sin. Because of this sin of his, he felt he had to force himself to give up on his dream. You're right. It's just as you said, Kiryu-san. It's a sin. I don't have the right to draw manga. But why would drawing manga be a sin? I don't want to give up on my manga, but I have to if I'm going to become a doctor in the future. Hirano-san. You don't need to give up on your dream. Tsutomu, you don't need to throw your dream away. Dad. Dad? I'm so sorry, Tsutomu. I had no idea you were pushing yourself so hard. You were lying to people about being from a family of doctors. Wait, I don't have to give up my dream? What do you mean, Dad? You should become a professional manga artist. Dad, but why? Tsutomu, do you know why I made you get rid of all your manga all those years ago? You wanted me to focus on studying, right? That was part of it, but to tell the truth, I was afraid you'd make the same mistakes that I did. What? The reason I bought you so much manga when you were young is because I love manga more than anyone. Wait, you do? I always wanted to be a manga artist, but I never had the talent to go pro. I submitted my work to dozens of manga contests, but I never won a single award. Hell, the Shonen 5 contest was so out of my league, I never even considered it an option. Dad. Despite that, I kept drawing my manga to the point of shirking my studies to become a doctor. In the end, I couldn't fulfill either goal. That's how I ended up inheriting the family pharmacy. I didn't want the same thing to happen to you. Wait, so you mean you've got what it takes to be a professional manga artist? As someone who once dreamed of becoming just that, I know just how wasteful it would be to throw it all away. Wait, so you'll support Tsutomu-san's efforts to become a manga artist? Of course I will. If Tsutomu wants to be a manga artist, then it's my duty as his father to believe in him and to give him all the support he needs. You're an editor of Shonen 5, right? I trust you will help my son through the path he's chosen. Of course, I'll do my best. This is fantastic, Hirano-san. Now nothing's stopping you from making the manga you love. Let's get right to business and start talking about your new series. I'm sure it'll be your greatest work yet. Dad, thank you so much. You've chosen this path. Now give it your all, Tsutomu. I will. I swear I will. I'll make my debut as an artist in Shonen 5. Thank you so much, Kiryu-san. You've done so much for my son and our family. Don't mention it. Here. I have my magazines. The manga I created is in this issue. Please read it and show it to everyone you know. Oh my god, 50 issues? Jesus Christ. Thanks, I will. Good luck with your career. I hear being a manga artist is pretty tough. Give it your all, both for yourself and that dad of yours. Well, it's a little late to kind of give this to, our kid over there, considering that the orphanage is, you know, destroyed. Although technically we should be able to still go there. In case we wanted to fish. Is future blown force trauma into your present security? Oh my god. So yeah, they kinda destroyed this place. I don't think I can save here anymore either. I have to just do it at the station. This is what drove us to head back. He decides to go prom manga and his dad feels disappointed. Like his actual manga stuff starts to decline. He starts doing like lewds for money and it ends up being more profitable. Ah, the life of a commission artist, huh? Okay. Well, we did a lot today. Probably gonna call it here for now.